Tomorrow we're heading out to hit the bikes. We're going to hopefully do around 160 k's on the gravel bikes. Not all of it's gravel, unfortunately. It's only probably about 50 k's of gravel. We're going to head from where we live up to Mount Glorious. We're going to stop for a coffee, and then we're going to drop down the other side to Fernvale to have one of Queensland's best meat pies. That's the goal. Then we're going to hit the Brisbane Valley Rail Trail into Ipswich and then come back via the Ipswich-Brisbane bike path. So really looking forward to that. It's going to be a bit of fun. Going to be pretty warm tomorrow, so we'll probably kick off about 5:30, 5:45 in the morning. We're going to get these gravel bikes ready. So we generally try and get everything done the night before when we're organised, because that way you just get up, have your coffee, have your breakfast, whatever it is, and hit the road, and helps with that procrastination and changing your plans. So really good thing to do is get your stuff ready the night before. So we're going to get the bikes ready, get the Infinite and the Noon ready to chuck on the bikes, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. That one there, Rooster's bike, which is a Focus Atlas gravel bike, steel frame, carbon forks, 700C wheels. We have the, as we call them, the fanny packs on the front by Skin Grows Back. Both of ours are from Skin Grows Back. The blue one, that's mine. I ride a Cervelo Aspero, carbon frame, carbon forks, 700C wheels, again with the fanny pack on the front, as you can see just there, and I've also got the top tube bag happening as well. And there are other toys, which is our road bikes. We'll run about 50 PSI in these for tomorrow. We're only going to spend 40 to 50 k's on the gravel. It's pretty hard packed most of the way. We'll take 3 bottles on the bike, 2 bottles with electrolytes. We use Noon, and a bottle which will hyper strength of our Infinite custom blend, which I'll throw about 6 scoops into my bottle, same with Rooster. It's good that these can carry the extra bottles. In the front packs, I'll probably throw my cameras, and probably that's about it. It's not meant to rain, so we'll take the jackets out that we've got in there at the moment. Saturday morning now, got our bikes ready last night, we're ready to roll, and just made my coffee. Weather outside is looking primo, which is good. Can't wait to get out there for the next, I don't know, 6 or 8 hours. Got a bit of a climb to do, so first couple of hours is up, but then we've got to zing down the other side, which will be fun, down the range towards Fernvale. It's going to be sick, so looking forward to that. First I got to get me coffee on though. Uh-oh, again. Rooster, what'd you do to your tyre? Looks flat on the bottom. Should be okay though, it's not flat on the top. Unbelievable. It's like we're changing the tyre because the plugs didn't work. Full of sealants, which is a good thing, except for the fact that we couldn't get it to seal, which is a bad thing. And now I'm about to make a big mess. Someone's grass. We have a dodgy tube with a dodgy valve in it. So yeah, today's just been cut short by about 165 kilometres. Oh well. So we're going to go home and swap bikes and do something else. Tube number 2. As we said, this one was dodgy. Rooster's going to have fun putting this in a back pocket. Fuckhead. Alright, well, we made a mess. We learned a lesson to make sure that you check your spare tubes because that one was rooted. We've had multiple people stop and ask us if we need help, which was very nice of them. Rooster's doing the important job of making sure she's got stuff on Instagram for the world to see. So, good job. Hopefully, this one will be a bit better than the first one. Stop complaining about my banana. What was wrong with my banana?
The banana was mushy.
What? So unkind. The second tube's held. We're going to retreat to have a coffee and reassess. Possibly pump up the tyre, and if all goes to hell, she's good. She's all good. If all goes to hell, at least one of us can sit at the coffee shop whilst the other one gets to ride home and get the car. We'll have to paper, scissors, rock for that. Let's roll, Roosty. This is the old Sanford railway line, which, like a few of them, they're turning into trails. This one's not super long. It goes a little bit of path, a little bit of road, a little bit of path, back to the Ferny Grove station. But it's pretty cool how they're remaking these and making them, making use of the old facilities for walkers and runners and riders. More of that, please. Bicycle ride selfies. Well, that didn't go to plan. What did we end up with, Roosty?
29 k's.
29 k's, so we're about 130 k's short of what we'd planned. But such is life. But not to be outdone, we'll go for another hit out this afternoon, and probably jump on the mountain bikes. But first we've got to fix some tyres. Fun. Well, as you saw, the ride really didn't go to plan. So, as I mentioned, we're going to go fix some bikes. But one of the things I want to get better at this year is my strength training. So we thought we'd use this little bit of spare time and work on some things that I'm rubbish at. So over there, chin up bar, dips, a few push-ups, and a little bit of core. We'll do probably 4 or 5 rounds of each, probably to failure, which won't take long, and keep working on it during the year. So come and check out how rubbish I am at these. Let's go. Jaws of multiple athletes in the house. All that washing up that Rooster has to do. Looking forward to that, Rooster? Oh, how unkind. We've got through our failed bike ride, and so we did a bit of a strength session. Now just going to make a smoothie. Rooster's the smart one in the background there. She's doing some recovery work on her legs, a bit smarter than me. In the smoothie is tablespoon of chia seeds, some form of protein. This one's a bit of a random mix of whey and pea and hemp because I just mix them all together. LSA in an infinite repair container. Reusing containers, people. It's good, it's good. We also throw in some MCT oil and a bit of peanut butter. I like this naturally salted-y thing. It's really good, tastes really nice. And some form of greens like this. I've got vital greens going on at the moment, which is cool. A couple of teaspoons of that. In here I've got a banana, so a little bit of almond milk, frozen blueberries. And I've got a freeloader. I've been fly catching. Delightful. Just to show you that I wasn't joking, there is a fucking fly in my smoothie.
Extra protein.
Yes, that's gross. Cheers. So the reason I've got those in there, protein obviously for recovery, the peanut butter and the MCT oil I use because it keeps me feeling full and I don't get hungry for ages after eating this. Occasionally I'll chuck a shot of coffee in there because it tastes really good as well. So that's a thought if you want to throw some coffee in there. Always coffee. Coffee with banana in a smoothie is always fantastic. So give that a whirl. And other times, and I won't even today, I'll chuck a little bit of honey in there just for some extra carbs. I mentioned earlier I was going to go for another ride after this morning's little disaster, but instead, here I am, out in the bush. Reason being is I signed up for a couple of ultra runs and thought I'd better do some more running, to be honest. It's a big challenge what I've taken on in the next few weeks. Just hold on one second, got to work out where I'm going. Haven't been down here before, it's all new. It's like a dry weather road only. That's a steep little sucker, not that you can tell on this. Yeah, so as I mentioned, I signed up for a few ultras, which is pretty cool. And got a trail marathon in about 10 days, Beerwah at night. It's race number 1. Race number 2, 75 kilometres, gone nuts in Tasmania. That's going to challenge me, scares me a little, which is good. My running volume hasn't been there for quite some time. It's a long way, unsupported pretty much. Well, we've got drop points on that, I think, but checkpoints. And yeah, so that's going to be a tough one. Then a week after that, granite to gravel, 100k gravel cycling race. That's going to be tough after that. 2 weeks after that, Yandina 5.0, 50k run. And then 2 weeks after that, we've got Dead Cow Gully Backyard Ultra. For those of you who don't know what a Backyard Ultra is, it's a course which has a 6.7 kilometre loop. You leave on the hour, every hour, until you can't. The record is phenomenal. It's 70, 80 odd hours. It's unbelievable. Well, not for that race, but for a Backyard Ultra. So we're capping that off. And then, week after that, I'm able to walk, is the Run Army 10k. We might look at raising some money to help support the veterans.
Cody and Rooster being in defence, it's a bit closer to the heart now than it used to be. I understand the challenges and the stresses that they go through, so we might look at finding ways that we can help raising money to a good cause. And hold on, work out where I am again. Give me a sec. All right, know exactly where I am. Good stuff. Big few months coming up. Gonna try and train a little bit differently to say what I'd give one of our ultra runners. I would do a bit more riding, do my high intensity stuff on the bike as well, and try and save my legs a little bit. I've got bikes, I cycle a lot, helps with my strength without the impact. I can get that high intensity stuff done without the impact, and hopefully we can get some reasonable results. By reasonable, I mean we're finishing. I think the Andina 5.0's got some time targets I'd like to hit. All right, let's go see where this road goes. Where are we? Hidden break. Okay. Yeah, so that's the next couple of months. The start of the year is pretty exciting. Later on in the year, I'd love to go and do maybe some ultra cycling. So I want to keep my riding up, and I'm going to try and share as much as what I do with all you guys as possible. We'll do a video on fueling the marathon next week, how I use my Infinite, and what I do to get through that, to share with you guys. And anything else you want to hear about. Go through some of the gear, what I run in, all that sort of stuff. Anyway, it's enough walking and talking. I gotta get back to it. Forgot to press start on my Garmin. Can't believe it. Must have lost, I don't know, close to a K. Oh well. Lucky the body doesn't care whether you press start, isn't it? All right. I'm not 100% certain where I am by road name, but I do know the view is pretty cool. For sure. Morton Island off in the distance there. So Red Cliff. Pretty rad. Well, I thought the view was good earlier. I've just come from the base of that tower. I was down there a moment ago. Wow, what a view. Morton Island, Red Cliff. Impressive, didn't even know this was here. Well, just had a bit of a moment, just running down one of the single tracks about 5 minutes ago, and wasn't really concentrating on what I was doing, and whoopah, here I am, laying on my stomach in the middle of the track. So haven't done that for a while. Taking a bit of bark off the old elbows, bit of a graze on the knee, bit of a chunky out of the hand. Oh, I wish I had a good story to go with it, apart from I wasn't concentrating and fell flat on my face. It would have been better if it was like I was being chased by a bear, or I was trying to rescue someone from the side of a cliff. But no, yours truly went off into La La Land and went for a bit of a belly slide. Oh well, I'm all good. It doesn't hurt, so that's the main thing. I'm going to keep on running now, but done an hour on my way back. Been a pretty solid hour actually, just over 400 metres of elevation in 8Ks, so been pretty good. We'll keep trucking. There's a hike up another hill. I was just reflecting on how losing concentration just for a moment can be so costly. Twice today I've done it. I stacked it once. Could have been serious. The other time I went the wrong way. Also could have been serious if I was in an area I didn't know. Don't know my way around. Those little lapses got to be on the ball all the time. Keep your shit together, essentially. Plus, who knows what could go wrong. Well, that was fun. It was brutal, to be honest. What did we end up doing? Let's have a look. 17 kilometres, 794 metres of elevation, 2 hours and 7 minutes. Tough afternoon in the office. Learned a couple of lessons, or got some friendly reminders. Keep shit together, focus on what you're doing, otherwise you either end up flat on your face or taking a wrong turn. So some good lessons learnt there too. Another lesson or takeaway from today that I've sort of reflected on during that run is nothing went to plan today at all, but I still had an awesome day. I got a ride in, didn't go to plan, and ended up having a coffee and a scone. It was pretty rad. Then came home, did a gym session that I wasn't going to do, so that was really cool. Made up some time, or put that time to good use. Then this afternoon went for my run, got my 2 hours out, got a lot of hills in there, a lot of elevation, so a lot of strength work. Did stack it, did take a wrong turn, did get to start my Garmin a couple of times, yet still had a really rad time. So the takeaway from that is things might not go to plan, but move on, do the next thing, and you never know what will happen. Probably end up having a pretty good time, pretty good day like I did. It was pretty rad. So don't let one setback derail your whole day or your whole week or your whole plan. It's just one moment. And in the scheme of things, you probably won't even remember it. Anyway, thanks for joining us today. Greatly appreciated. Any thoughts, comments, what have you, down there. Got any questions? Pop them down there. We'll try and get back to as many people as we can. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We'd appreciate it. And it really does us a favour. And lastly, if you liked it, hit that thumbs up. It really helps us as well. And once again, we really appreciate it. And as always, get out there and go a little bit further.